Hello and welcome into our latest frozen pizza review. We were recently at Whole Foods, which I don't go to very often. In fact, I think it's been over a year since I went there, but I went with the specific purpose to look for a few frozen pizzas that aren't sold anywhere else here in the Phoenix area. And when I was there, I found this one right here called Cappello's, who I've never heard of before. What drew my eye to this one, first of all, I've never seen it before, but secondly, it's promoting better ingredients, gluten-free and grain-free, so it's using an almond flour crust. Now, is it possible that an almond flour crust could actually taste better than a traditional pizza crust? I mean, there's only one way to know for sure. I was looking at the back of the box, and it says you're about to make magic, not the fake kind where an assistant gets sawed in half. No, this magic is made with real ingredients like whole milk mozzarella, extra virgin olive oil, and uncured pepperoni, all atop an almond flour thin crust. So get out your pizza cutter and slice right through your gluten-free expectations. Some big promises. Cooking instructions: preheat oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit with rack in the center position and a deep sense of anticipation. Step 2, remove pizza from all packaging. Obviously, it's literally what it says. Step 3, place frozen pizza directly on center rack while doing a chef's kiss. Okay. Step 4, cook the pizza for 11 to 16 minutes until cheese begins to turn a golden brown and the crust is your kind of crispy. Oven temps and cook times vary. Well said. Number 5, the final step. Pass the cooking time by counting 1 pepperoni, 2 pepperoni, 3. So 11 minutes, it's lightly crispy. 16 minutes says ultra crispy. Let's take a look. See what it looks like. Picture looks fantastic. It looks delicious. All right, looks like about a 10-inch pizza here, which is fine. It is a thin crust. And it looks like there's plenty of coverage of the toppings. They didn't go cheap with some pizzas, I'll tell you what, man. Especially in fast food, they give you the bare minimums and you're like, they tell you if you want more, you got to pay for it. Extra cheese. Well, I just wanted enough. All right, let's see what this looks like. Well, the crust looks like a piece of cardboard right out of the gate. I'm not going to hold that against it. It just looks like, I thought that was literally a piece of cardboard underneath, but no, that's the actual crust. I wasn't intentionally trying to belittle it or make fun of it. I just honestly thought. Anyway, let me just see what we've got here for coverage. Ooh, well, I take it back. They didn't really give us much, did they? So I guess we just have to space them out a little bit here. It's not too bad. We could have done with a few more. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could have gone with maybe 14 or 15 pepperoni. I don't recall ever having so few that I would count them. But okay, all right. Is this a pre-cooked crust? It kind of looks a little bit brown. Let me go put this in the oven, and I'll see you back here in just a moment with the cooked product. We'll give it a taste test. Who knows? It's entirely possible this becomes our new favorite. What do you think I'm going to give this a score of right now? 0 to 10. Let's play a little game here, and we'll see if you're right. At just over 13 minutes in my oven, it got really well done. However, it still feels really floppy, and they said, you know, longer in the oven for a crisper crust, but I'm afraid that the top of the pizza would have burned if I left it in any longer. And I'm following their cooking directions to a T. And that's about as far as I could take it. After, I'd say, 10.5 minutes, the top looked cooked. So keeping it in that extra 4 minutes, I don't think it would have survived very well, taking it all the way to 16 minutes, another 3 minutes on top of that. We went just over 13 minutes. But it looks good, and it smells good. Will it taste good? This is what we find out now. Now, remember what I told you about cutting through the crust. By showing this on camera, I can't hide a soft crust versus a crispy one because the number of crumbs it'll create the crispier the crust is, the more crumbly, the more crumbs we get on the plate. And we're not really seeing any. And as far as the cook, I mean, it looks pretty well cooked despite being really flimsy. And the toppings aren't sliding off or anything. And this bad boy is really hot. It just came out of the oven. Let me go this way. And I'm going to go this way. Do my normal cut routine where we've got our slices, our wide slice, and then our big half. A lot of times I keep the big half for Mara because she can eat the top off of it. She still can't eat this crust. It's too carby. But if you have celiac disease, if you're gluten intolerant, if you're trying to avoid wheat, an almond crust is a very common alternative, as well as cauliflower. I like almonds, personally. I'll grab a handful of almonds, but I'm not grabbing a handful of cauliflower for a snack. Mara would. With that, let me be brave here and see if this is cool enough to eat. Yeah, it's pretty floppy. That's not good. That's all right. All that matters is how it tastes. Tastes like pizza. Sauce is a little heavy-handed. The crust is very soft. It's thin. It doesn't have the texture of bread. I'm trying to think of an equivalent analogy I can use for this crust. It's definitely, this isn't going to fool you. Like if somebody served this, hey, you want a slice of pizza? First thing I would notice is this crust is, something's different about it. When I work to the edge, it finally does have some crunch, but nowhere else, just at the very edge. It's very similar in texture to the chicken crust from ZC Life, the Zero Carb Life pizza. That's a chicken breast that they just make it really flat and turn it into a pizza crust. It has a very similar texture to that, only without the chicken flavor. This has basically, the crust has no flavor at all. No taste of almonds. You wouldn't guess that was almonds. I wouldn't. One of the things I think happens when you're using a non-traditional crust is it's just going to be drier. And I'm definitely sensing this. There's a dryness to it. This one cooked a lot better. You see how brown it is, staying firm. Now that it's cooled off, yeah, it's a little better. It's a little crisper. Still, the crust is flavorless. The edges that I've kind of burned a little bit, that's the best tasting part of this pizza. As for the ingredients being whole, being healthier, I guess, it just tastes like no better than and no worse than a Red Baron or a DiGiorno. It's very sort of right down the middle. Okay, good news, bad news. The good news is you can eat healthier, you can avoid the wheat, you can avoid the gluten, and still enjoy a mid-range frozen pizza just no differently than everybody else buying those big name brands, as I mentioned, Red Baron, Freschetta, DiGiorno, Jack's, Tombstone. They're all kind of the same to me. They all sit within that 5 to 6 point range. This is right there. It's pretty much the same. It's a few dollars more, but not by much. And you're getting a lot less pizza. Those other brands, you're going to get a pizza that's going to be thicker and heavier, so a bit more filling than this. Generally speaking, even the thin crusts from them are a much larger pizza than this was. But this has premium quality ingredients on it, so they say. I can't taste it. Like to me, the cheese tastes like cheese and the sauce tastes like sauce. And where the sauce came off a bit heavy-handed at first, after a few bites, and this is why a one-bite pizza review is just completely inaccurate. You have no expectation of really what to expect when it comes to lingering flavors, aftertaste. Also, some of the flavors may hit hard, and then after you take a few bites, they mellow out. This happens a lot with spicy foods, where something isn't spicy at first, but the more of it you eat, the hotter it starts to get. So for me, like a one bite review is useless. Overall, on a scale of 0 to 10, I'm going to call this a 5. It's right down the middle for me. It's not any better, and it's not any worse than the generic frozen pizzas as far as flavor goes. It may not be as filling. There you have it, the Cappello's almond flour crust, purchased at Whole Foods. Flat out 5 right down the middle. Um, Not great, not terrible. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next frozen pizza review. Bye for now.